Hey guys, how's it going? Ghosty Rich here today, and today we are going to be switching some spark plugs on this 2018 Nissan 370Z, or Z, whatever you want to say. Anyways, as you can see, the first thing to doing spark plugs, we got to remove our brace right here. Go ahead and just crack these 14s loose. I've got those loose. I'll pull them out the rest of the way. You don't need to watch me do this. Just do that to that side and that side. We've gone ahead and pulled out the two bolts and the nut on each side. We need to come back here. You're gonna have to come in and lean in here and pull that up. Come here, do the exact same right here. Let's see if I can do it. Yep, just like that. Pull these guys out just like so, both of them. And then take this out of the way. We might have to move our, but the other screws should be just behind there, which I can see now. Give me 1 sec, I'm just gonna pop this out. We might have to just take this out. Let's see. I ended up being able to just lift it out afterwards. Just to show you, it just has some little plastic clips, so just try and be careful. As these get old, it wouldn't surprise me if they break, but for right now, this one did not. See how it just lifts up? So from this point, I'm gonna need both hands probably. Let's see. Oh, apparently not. We'll just pull this out, put this off to the side. Again, just a 10 mil. Go ahead and put that off to the side, don't lose the bolts. On both throttle bodies, go ahead and just loosen off right here. And then off the air box. This will make this part a little easier. You choose how much you want to go with it. The next thing we're going to have to do is remove some clips. So, for example, we'll see if I can do it right here. This one looks easiest to just grab right here and move down, and then we can pull this off of here. Let's see if it'll squeeze out for us. Basically, we want to pull this piece off of here. Another way you could do it, if you want to leave this in, I'm just pulling it out because see where this one is? I want to be able to flex that over. So let's see. There. See? Pulls out. Wiggle. Pulls out. And there. Put this one off to the side. Next one. We're gonna have to do the same, but to right here. I think what we're gonna do is again, do it off this side, and we're gonna loosen this 10 mil here, because again, to get at this coil, we're gonna need more access. So just put that one there, slide this back. Takes a second, there you go. You can see it's already gone loose. I'm gonna go ahead, take this 10 out. Right here, go ahead, 5mm Allen key. Crack these all loose first. That's what I like to do anyway. And then just keep it straight. As you can see, I'm gonna need both hands to do that. But just like that. Go ahead, do the two on the bottom next, and then we'll move that throttle body out of the way. Do that to both sides. All right, I've just grabbed them and flipped them out of the way. But first, let's go ahead and show you a couple things. One, I'm gonna clean these. See this? This is a dirty throttle body. You can see all that carbon buildup. We might as well, while we have the throttle body out, give that a spray with some throttle body cleaner. So I would definitely pick some up while you have it. The other thing you're gonna wanna probably do is replace these gaskets. You can see it's a little dirty. I'm gonna grab a clean flow rag. Whatever you do, use clean flow only because they have less foreign material that comes off of them. If you use paper towel, it can put a lot more foreign matter into the throttle body, which you don't want. So clean flow rags are those blue rags right here. Just grab a couple of those. You can shoot it with a little bit of throttle body cleaner. So for our throttle bodies, go ahead, grab right here, wiggle, and 1 sec, there. Plug is out. We'll put this throttle body off to the side. We now have access to all the bolts right here. These are our 3 coils for the spark plugs. What you can do next is compress one at a time. What I like to do is unplug all of them because you can't really mix them up. They're a set length. This one will be your hardest one. There. Now that we've gone ahead and undone them, as we go and swap each one, you plug it back in so it's, you know it's been swapped. So let's grab a 10 mil, loosen off our coil and slip it out. Make sure you pull the bolt right out. The reason why is they don't have a retention tab. Now you can go ahead and you literally just have to pull up and these should slip out. They can get in there nice and suction tight, which is what they're meant to do. What I like to do is just put the coil on top. We're gonna grab our 5/8 spark plug socket and pull that out. All right, so this is a popular socket in the BMW community, and also Mini Coopers use them. I can't remember, here it is, 12 point by 14 millimeter. This will work for pulling out these spark plug sockets. It might not hold the shaft 100%, so I will teach you a secret if you don't have the Pacific socket from this manufacturer. First off, yeah, we're off. Take it out. What I'm gonna do, you see, is take this out of the way. What you do, put it in. If you loosen it off and it does not come out with the socket, which sometimes it won't, it depends on the rubber that's there. You can either use a magnet to pull up the tip or the coil. I'll show you that in a second. I'm just gonna, again, take out the 100 spots right here. All right, let's see. I got it? No. Okay, so there's two ways to do it. One, you just slide the coil in, just like that, and look at that. Use the coil to remove it. And that's how you'll put the new one in. That keeps you from accidentally breaking the plug on the way out. So put that off to the side. We're gonna grab our new plug, throw a tiny bit of dielectric grease on here, and you don't put it on the threads. Some people are gonna try and say, put antifreeze on the threads. Not unless it distinctively asks you for antifreeze. Do you put thread, or put antifreeze, or not antifreeze, anti-seize on the thread. And then if we can go ahead and do this. We'll see if we can screw it on using the coil and get it in. Best part is you can't, let's see, all you do is you screw it on using the coil. You can't strip it that way because if it even catches a thread, it'll stop. And then you just take this guy, slip it back in there, continue on, cinching it up, and then we'll grab our torque wrench. Take your torque wrench, set it for 14 to 15 foot-pounds. I'll let you choose. And go ahead and just make sure you're on. There we go, that's 14.3. Again, you can go ahead and choose. That's what I'm gonna go with. After you do that, go ahead, put the coil back in. If you want to, throw a little bit more dielectric grease just around the edge of the boot right here. Some people will even say throw a little bit right here just to keep that seal nice and soft. Note the orientation, sink it in. You can even plug this one back in now, and I'll leave it up to you. You can put the the screw back in or wait till the very end. I will give you the torque spec in 1 sec. But like I said, all these are the exact same. Just use the exact same method. If I find any difference, I'll let you know. With the coils, I'm not gonna really give you torque spec. Just grab it one-handed and there. Nothing crazy. Bring it down and then less than a quarter turn and you're in. I'm not too worried about those bolts because, again, they're not structural. They're just holding the coil down, and you don't want to go too much because they're threaded into plastic. You don't want to strip the plastic. All right, once you've done all these, make sure you've seated all your plugs on the one side. Go ahead, clean this. If you want to, and you notice that you have excessive debris, go ahead and use some throttle body cleaner, and you can just open the butterfly plate with your hand. As you can see, clean it, and that's it. Whatever you do, don't pull these two off. Why? There's coolant in here. So if you pull these two off or one of them off, you're gonna soak yourself. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead, rub this gasket a little bit for right now. This best practice is to end up replacing them. I don't have a replacement right now, but these ones still feel soft. If yours feels super hard and not too soft, that's a bad sign and you'll probably want to go ahead and replace them. But either way, you should replace them. We just don't have them here today, so I won't be replacing them right now. But best practice, order 2 of them while you're in. Then all we do is we can go ahead and put in our throttle body again, just like it wants to sit, just like that. What you can always do too, to save yourself a whole bunch of headache, you can plug in the throttle body, which is right here, on the way in, so that way you don't have to fight it later. So again, just like that. No safety clip on this one, and just thread in by hand all your bolts. Always start with the top, because then if you line up the two top, usually you have a way better chance of having the two bottom ones line up, and then you're not fighting them. So again, just like that, and just like this. No need to watch me do this. What I'll do is after I get all four in, I'll give you the torque spec. Go ahead, 9 foot-pounds. There we go. You do not want to over tighten these guys. You could use an inch-pound torque wrench, just convert 9 foot-pounds over, but I find that 9 foot-pounds on the throttle body is more than enough, and you'll see it syncs up that gasket. That's all you're looking for. Perfect. So now that we've got that, let's go ahead, put the hose back in on this one side. Make sure this is still aiming directly up. If not, you can grab and twist it. These clips hold, but they don't hold 100%. Anyways, ignore the bike coming up the road. Just sink this back in, just like that. Now that you know you've got that, you can go ahead and wiggle this back into here. Just one sec here. Let's get this one on first. There, that one's on. Now we can control this using this side. You might have to pull back. There we go. And wiggle on. There. Now, bring this clip back up here and tighten these two down. No torque spec, just make sure they're very well seated and you can't pull the tube off this one and this one. All right, I've already put our throttle body back on. You don't really have to worry too much about that. I cleaned that up a little bit. So both throttle bodies are nice and shiny now. And again, how you know the sides apart is just look at the angle of the pipe. And with this one, I'm just gonna, once again, get it on here. Oh, there. And then this one, you can just watch there. Perfect. And now right here. And you can go ahead and squeeze these on. Now I'm gonna put this screw down, but that screw is for right there. So we'll see if we can get this on. Come on. There we go. There. Now, from there, go ahead, squeeze this clamp, put it back here, tighten these down, and last but not least, we'll put this 10 mil in. Go ahead, take your 10, just grab the center and tighten it just like this. Remember, don't grab down the handle, otherwise, as you can see, perfect example, it's a riv nut in plastic. You'll strip it out. Move that back up, and just remember, cinch these down just with a handled screwdriver, or even this. Just cinch it down. It's just to make sure it does not come off the pipes, and that's about it. So now that we've gone ahead, we've gone over, make sure you're fully clipped back in. Let's go ahead and start it. And there we go. Purrs like a kitten. Right here, we'll just start the 10 right here. And then we'll start this one. Just get all these bolts started first. And again, as you can see, they are just plastic in riv nuts again. So just get them down with your finger and then give them like a quarter turn with that last piece. And again, so after these two are on, we just take this one, we slip it, it kind of sandwiches. One sec, right like that. And I'm just gonna use this to line it up. Perfect, just like that. You can see it from the side. Just start that in like that. And now, again, you should be able to feel it catch. If all else fails, I'll go to the other side. Nope, there we go. So, little ratchet, go ahead. Remember, grabbing the inside, nothing more. Just like this. Any more than that, and you'll probably crack it with the plastic and no longer have a tie down. Or what will happen is you'll get it down this time, and good luck next time. Because from the heat, it is going to expand and contract and do all that other fun stuff. So now that we've gone ahead, done that, put the strut bar back on. For the bolts, these are 50 foot-pounds. I found that that was a good amount, and these ones I found 40 is good. You don't want to end up, and again, it's a 14 socket. Go ahead and just go all around and tighten all these up. Make sure when you put that bar, it's above your plastic seal. Once we go ahead and we torque those down, you can go ahead and just bring this around and through here, just under that seal. I'm gonna go ahead and sink that down just like so, and then you can see these little hooks in here, sink them back in. Perfect. Those little plastic pieces, sink them all the way up. Sink them down, just like so. This goes up, hold it up with your fingers, sink it into the hole, press down, and you are done. Well guys, that's how easy it is to do your spark plugs. And while you're at it, clean up your throttle bodies. Like I said, whatever you do, you can go ahead and do everything. Just do not pull the two pipes off the throttle body, as that will cause leaking. What some people have noted too is that sometimes you're better off to disconnect the battery, especially if you're gonna have someone playing with the key inside the car. I didn't have any problems, but you can also go through a throttle body reset if you like. There's enough videos to how to do that. But especially if you clean up a lot of grime, if you do, it's definitely worth doing a throttle body relearn, because if you clean up enough carbon, it'll get more air at idle through that butterfly plate. Anyways, thanks again for watching. Please like if it helped you out, and subscribe for more.